friends from HGTV here today to talk to us about music festivals, survival guides, all the essentials that you need. If you've got great tips and tricks, we're live, so comment below. We'd love to hear your ideas. But first, let's talk about the essentials, okay? It's hot out here. So Kayla, how do you stay cool and beat the heat?
So one of my favorite things to do when I go to a music festival and I'm camping is use the cooler for more than just my drinks. So I like to keep my baby wipes in there, my deodorant in there, literally anything that I can use to refresh throughout the day.
Frozen deodorant?
Frozen deodorant.
That is awesome.
It's an instant refresh. Another one of my favorite tricks is getting a little spritz bottle from the travel section and adding some water and maybe like 5 to 6 drops of essential oil, something that's energizing, or lavender, my favorite. And you know, when you're out during the day at the festival, just spritz it on yourself and it kind of gives you that nice calming relief.
It's
great.
Yeah, it's super refreshing. I'm a big fan of these cooling towels. So what you do is you just dunk it in cold water and it stays chilly all day. I call this my Bonnaroo ascot. Once it cools off, you just keep dunking it in cold water and it'll stay chilly for a while. Here's another trick. If you've been drinking, you've got a cold beverage, you can stick it up to your neck on your jugular. It'll cool you off. Better if you have to.
Another one of our ideas is taking an old washcloth or bandana and putting it in ice water and adding some essential oils again, and then freezing it. And so then you instantly have you know, a nice cold, refreshing towel to put to your neck. And then you can, if you're traveling to the festival, you can just put these in Ziploc baggies and put them in your cooler and they'll stay frozen for a while.
This smells amazing. What is this?
This is eucalyptus.
I love it.
Yeah.
It smells so good. Well, guys, keep commenting below with your ideas. We'd love to know how you stay cool. So let's talk about fanny pack essentials. Now, this is the kind of stuff that you bring with you, keep on person while you're at the festival.
Yes.
Now, I know that you are a fanny pack pro.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff on this table, Kayla.
So this is my travel go-to. So anytime I go anywhere, this is on me and it has 3 pockets and it literally will fit every single thing you see here.
That is crazy.
I mean, this goes on the outside, of course, but I can literally fit all of these essentials and this stays on me when I'm inside the festival and when I travel anywhere. So some of my favorite go-tos are, my mini flashlight, a portable phone charger, a small sunblock stick, hand sanitizer, chapstick, and sunglasses. And then I also am completely obsessed with this breath spray spritzer. I mean, gum is fine, but like when you just need a quick spritz, pop it in. So
that is such a great tip, especially if you're camping at a music festival.
Yeah.
This is one thing that I always bring up, just traveling for any destination, music festivals too. This is an RFID blocking sleeve. You put your credit cards in here. That protects you from getting hacked, even if you're in the beer line at a music festival. Here's another one that's pretty much essential for any music festival. You gotta have your earplugs. Yeah, these come in a cute little case. Now these are the cheap foam ones. If you have those on hand, it's better than nothing. I would say that do some research online. If you're willing to pay about $30 to $40 to get those custom fitted earpieces, those are gonna protect your hearing a lot better than just the foam. But
and your grandparents will tell you that.
They will.
Yeah.
They will, absolutely. It's worth it.
We have a tip from Glenn. He says, bring a headlamp instead of a mini light. If the porta potties are dark, you'll be glad you have free hands.
That's totally true.
genius.
Yep, I totally agree with that because I've had to stick this in my mouth and that's not fun.
Well, speaking of porta potties, the essentials include always bringing toilet paper, just a little bit on hand. This is just a packet of tissues. That's okay too. Because, those things probably get cleaned about once a day, right?
They don't last long.
Yeah, no. So always have a little bit on hand just in case.
So I like to carry my Camelback during the day, but when you're switching from day shows to night shows, you try to eliminate some of the gear on you, especially when you're squeezing into some of those really jam-packed shows. So one of my favorite things is this fold-up water bottle. Fill it up.
Oh, that's great.
Once it's empty, fold it up, pull the carabiner around it, and you're done. So, you know, keeps you hands-free also.
That is a great tip.
Yeah.
So one thing that we've noticed throughout the years, a lot of festivals are starting to say that you can't bring glow sticks anymore. But you have a couple of tricks to get around that, right?
Yeah, so I really love these LED bracelets. It's really easy to lose your group when you're walking through a crowd, so you can just kind of hold your hand up, and it still kind of lets you have that, you know, fun festival vibe without getting in trouble by, you know, the festival police. So
I love that. I love that. You can also take a camping flashlight, a lantern, a small one, and put it on that strobe emergency set, and then suddenly a mini strobe light.
yeah.
Well, let's talk about camping, because that's what I'm most fascinated about. I mean, you're there living on the land for about a week, right?
Yeah, I'm there for like 5 days. My group and I usually do like general admission, so we're out living on the land, no showers. So one of our favorite things to do is, you know, carpool in, pack really thin, and, you know, use stuff like pool floats as inflatable air mattresses. If you get a hole in it, you can toss it, and you're not out $50. Another one of our favorite things to do is do a lot of pre-planning ahead of time. So freeze champagne in an ice cube tray, and then put it in a Ziploc baggie. And then when you get to your music festival, pop it in one of your, you know, aluminum mugs or a plastic cup. Add some juice, and you have mimosas for breakfast. So you're kind of living large on the campsite. And then we've got some like smaller items like bring dry shampoo, bring a mini thing of Tums, bring some Febreze, bring a small Tide to Go stick. I mean, little things like that make a huge difference to kind of take your camping experience further. And then I really love these little, you know, single serve packets of iced coffee. Add them to a cold brew. You're done.
That's awesome.
You have Starbucks at camp.
I love it. So how about bugs? Mosquitoes, that's really a concern this summer. How do you proof your tent for that?
I can't stand going to bed sweaty and sticky in mosquito spray, so I like to add these little mosquito coils to the top of the tent, like a chandelier. I mean, it's not a cute chandelier, but it's a little mosquito coil chandelier, and it kind of radiates the you know, repellent around your tent.
It's a really great tip.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see some. Is there a question?
Well, some of our fans are sharing their favorite music festivals.
Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
We've heard Ultra.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in Miami. Summerfest in Milwaukee. Someone also mentioned Woodstock. That would have been
For my
pretty
time.
amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So what are some of your favorite festivals?
I'm gonna go.
I love Lollapalooza. There's something about being downtown in Grant Park. I love Chicago. You get to go into the park, have that music festival experience, have your fanny pack loaded, but at the end of the day, you get to come home to a nice hotel room, clean sheets, a shower.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I do a lot of music festivals in the southeast. So I like going to ones in Atlanta a lot. There's one called Sweetwater Fest, Music Midtown, and then we have some regional ones called Rhythm and Blooms, which is you know, one that Deanne and I go to a lot. So those are some of my favorites personally.
So I see some tea lights here, but what are these beads on the table?
So these are called fairy berries, and my campmate Richard bought these, and I was completely in love with them. So what you do is you twist them, and you can kind of toss them around your campsite, and they kind of add some ambiance, and they leave a little trail, and they flicker on and off, kind of like a
fireflies?
like fireflies.
Oh, that's so cute.
And they're so cute, and you can buy a whole little container of them. And then one of my other favorite tricks to do, which I just started doing this year actually, is when you go to a night show, you all are probably all familiar with this, everyone lays down their tapestry and sits, and you're always stumbling over people. So a good trick is to just kind of get some of these LED lights and outline your tapestry so that people know you're there and they're not falling all over.
Like Just, you know, the crowds that happen.
Yeah, great tip.
Well, Kayla, thank you so much for bringing these things. Like, you are definitely the expert. We've learned a lot today. For fans watching, if you have other hacks, tips, and tricks, comment below. We want to know. We will be back today with our friends from HGTV teaching you how to shibori tie-dye, some cool DIYs for summer apparel. And then Travel Channel will be back on Facebook Live again today talking about festival fashion, hair, shoes, all the essentials. So for right now, check out facebook.com/HGTV. We'll see you soon.